The attorney for Longboat Key, this Robert Smith again. I was just informed that the attorney for Longboat Key, Miss Martison, I think she's an assistant law director, had told the clerk of Longboat Key, first name being Trish, that the fees can be found in Resolution 2008-32. Which is a Johnny-come-lately, since there's been hundreds of people fined using those fees prior to this. Trish's last name is Granger. She's town clerk. Trish has been very cooperative, very nice lady. She had given me a copy of the ordinance that's cited, and there is no $110 fee for code enforcement. There is staff review charges after third review of $110 an hour. There's changes or alterations to a permit at $110 an hour, but there is no code enforcement charges at $110. It has numerous zoning code fee charges, and as I represented to the staff of Longboat Key and also to the board, that these fees must be legislated in order to be enforceable, and they have not been legislated. I think it's time that the law director of the city of Longboat Key admit what has been going on here for years, and that the citizens and taxpayers of Longboat Key hold him accountable for any losses or damages that might be brought in the future by any resident of Longboat Key in terms of litigation, federal litigation that might be brought. I'm not trying to encourage people to sue the town, but there are some very wrongful things going on under the guise of this $110 fee structure, that they're leaning people's houses, and it's an abuse.
And it comes across, is that the administrative fee that includes the $110? Is that how they
what
charge
they're
it?
saying is that this is an employee cost, and Monica made it very clear, Monica Simpson, who is the head of the building department, made it very clear in the meeting that I attended. A gentleman was raising a little hell, if you might, about being charged quite an amount of money for a grass cutting issue, and Monica got up and said, "Hey, listen, you know, this is a lowball estimate. It's a lowball. My fees aren't in it yet." Well, and they were trying to pass off these $110 fees. They have not legislated it as the bottom line, and they can't be charging it, and we're all going to be asking for refunds. So,
yay.
The line starts right here at the front door of Longboat Key, and I hope everybody who's ever been assessed these fees comes forward and makes a demand for the money.
Great.
I'd like to now pass it over to my good friend Jim, and
Okay, hang on. We're going to go on with a different interview. Coming. Hang on. Hang on.
Pursuant to a public records request, I understand that in reliance on Resolution 2008-32, they impose these administrative costs for code violators who have been judged by the Code Enforcement Board to be in violation of the code. However, as I read through it, I fail to see where it addresses the issue specifically of code violations. There's a number of fees here, and there's a number of services rendered, but none of those services rendered seem to go over code enforcement time spent on cases preparing for potential code enforcement violation before the board. So at this point, I've just been apprised of this. I don't really have enough knowledge yet to fully comment on this, but I can be certain that I will once I research it thoroughly.
Well, thank you so much for all your digging.
Okay.
Both of you, could you just mention your name too?
My name is James Armstrong.
Very
I'm a
nice to meet
resident
you.
here of Longboat Key.
And have you been a victim of aggressive code enforcement?
Yes, I have. I'm currently in the process of an appeal upon the findings of the board that I violated their code, and yes, I have been assessed these administrative costs, and in addition to being assessed the costs, they have also put a lien on my home for these fines that are not, as we can see now, that are not proper. So I will be addressing that, hopefully be able to settle that with the town without the need of wasting taxpayers' money to go to court. But if necessary, I must, because this is the home that I live in, and I need to protect my most valuable asset. And hopefully they'll see the light and remove the lien and these fines.
I'm curious, and I hope in your digging maybe you can answer this question in the future or now. Are they allowed to lien a homesteaded property? Are you homesteaded?
I'm not quite sure on the legalities of that. I haven't researched that thoroughly. However, I know they cannot foreclose on a homesteaded property. As for putting a lien, I'm not quite sure.
But if they were to constantly accrue fines, your equity would then never be materialized in this property, and there would be
your
nothing.
value as land as your title, and it can also affect your personal credit as well. So there's a number of consequences that arise out of a lien placed on a piece of real estate. So, and since the liens, in many cases, at least in my case, is not based on a legally assessed fine, the whole lien should be stricken in its entirety.
Do you feel that this is a type of legalized extortion?
No, I don't want to go
that far,
comment on that yet, but again, at this point, I'm comfortable with saying what I have without any further comment because I haven't thoroughly researched it.
Okay, well, that's understandable, and I thank you both, and want to say from all of us who have suffered longer than you, many people have been fighting this for ages, go get them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.